Some people are creeped out by octopus. I don't get it. Others worry about eating them because they're so intelligent. Because after all, they're more intelligent than dogs. But of course, so are pigs and chickens and maybe even grapes. So this preparation's from Galicia, the northwestern part of Spain. One of the most beautiful places in the world. One of the places with the best seafood in the world. And certainly the place in the world that is most obsessed with octopus. The only place I know where there are pulperias, octopus restaurants. Now, you could cook the octopus whole, just put it in the water like that, and that's what they do in Galicia. But I want to make it a little more accessible, something people really enjoy and don't go, ooh, because that drives me nuts. One thing I do is I take off the little ends of the tentacles. Octopus shrinks a lot when it's cooking, so these wind up looking like little unattractive threads. So we get rid of those first. It's kind of like slimy dreadlocks. Anyway, I don't cook the head either. I do when I'm cooking myself, but I don't for guests. Because, like I said, I want to make this accessible. So here's a nice way to deal with this. There's webbing at the top of each of the legs. Cut up through that, just to the base of the head, on either side, and then cut right here. This serves 8, right? It's octopus. So again, cut up through that webbing, cut across the top. All right, here we go. We have our beautiful trimmed octopus. We have our pot of lively boiling water. We're going to salt it quite heavily. It'd be really good if you could cook this in seawater. And then in they go. Once they're in, turn the heat down, and I keep the heat low. You just want a slow simmer, 212 degrees. Generally, it takes an hour to an hour and a half for an octopus to become tender. So we'll come back in about an hour and take a look at it then. It's ready, and I'm going to show you how we know it's ready. Look how much that's shrunk. Not much effort to put the point of a knife in there. So when it gets to that point, take some potatoes, cut them really thick, a good half-inch thick. Now you're going to cook those potato chunks about, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, until they're good and tender. And that's the dish. Well, there's a cool way of serving it, which I'll show you when we're ready. 20 minutes later, as promised, the potatoes are done. The octopus is obviously no less done. And here's a typical Galician serving style. A couple of pieces of pulpo. A fair amount of olive oil. Good olive oil. A sprinkling of pimenton, Spanish smoked paprika. A few grains of coarse salt. Fleur de sel, flour of the salt. Why would anyone be afraid of this? Now that's eating smart.